Alright, so Bobby Gaines back here with more ALDS Game 1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Of course, the Red Sox didn't do crap in the top of the fifth. They hit into a double play to end that innings, making sure that there could be no momentum because that's just how the Red Sox like to do it. And, yeah, like I was saying, I had a little time to cool off there. Very disappointing, needless to say. And I usually am a defender of Chris Sale's because he usually goes 7 or 8 innings, gives them 1-run baseball, and they lose 1-0, and I'm like, come on, guys, you got to score for Chris Sale. But this time, you know, the hitting actually bailed Chris Sale out, tied the game at 2, got him a couple runs, and all he had to do was keep it at 2-2 for at least that inning. And then after that, who knows what happens. But no, he comes right back out, gives up a couple of hits, really could have been worse if not for Jackie Bradley, and then gives up the double. Now you're down by 2 again. And, of course, the offense is doing nothing. You know, all right, good, he got a strikeout. Big freaking deal. Now he's going to prove me wrong and get like 3 strikeouts. But a little late for that now, Chris. Red Sox needed you last inning, and you kind of just choked it. And, you know, you gave up the home runs early, fine. But, you know, after your team comes back to tie the game, you're feeling good about yourselves. You come back and just cough it up. I mean, that's discouraging. That's like Rick Porcello a couple years ago when he used to do that all the time. Chris Sale, for the most part, doesn't do that. If he gives up runs, you know, it's usually like at the end of his outing or maybe in the beginning, but he usually, if his team gets him a couple runs, he usually locks down the other team for a little bit, and he couldn't even do that for one lousy inning. Like I said, obviously you saw the inning here on YouTube. I recorded it, unfortunately, as Alex Bregman's up. So, again, you know, not too optimistic right now about this being a long series. You know, if you lose, that's one thing, but it's just stuff like that that bothers me. Where it's like the Red Sox just do not have any heart. You know, they come back, whatever, it's all a wonderful story, and then their pitching just implodes after being good for most of the time. And, yeah, what is it, 3-0 now? It's 3-0 to Bregman. I'm already losing faith in this team. Some people will say I'm jumping off the bandwagon too quick, but I wasn't too hot on them going in because just like last year, they kind of just sucked going down the stretch. And I'm sorry, but it does matter how you finish the season. I know some people might rest their players for whatever reason, but the Red Sox didn't even do that this year. They played their starters for pretty much every game of the season. And for that last week, you know, losing 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays and then 3 out of 4 to Houston, I'm sorry, I don't feel very good about that, especially when Toronto's very beatable, and Houston had pretty much clinched the division, so they weren't trying their best. I mean, they were trying, but it wasn't. There's no reason why the Red Sox couldn't have clinched the division a couple weeks before they did. There's no reason why this game shouldn't at least be tied. And there's just no reason for any of this. The Red Sox have some talent. They've had talent for a number of years, and yet sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't, and it's very frustrating when they decide to show up. Oh, good, he struck him out. So there's your 2 strikeouts. I was just kidding. Maybe he will get 3 strikeouts. So, like I said, yeah, they show up. You know, Chris Sale's showing up now, getting strikeouts, you know, in the 5th inning, after he's already given up 4 runs. Now he's deciding to try. I don't know. I can't figure this team out. They're good enough to win the division. They're good enough to go on these little winning streaks. They're good enough to shut down people for a while. Their hitting is occasionally good enough. You know, they'll score like 10 runs one game and 2 runs the next game. In the playoffs, you're not going to score that many runs anyway. I understand that. So it was really important that Sale keep it at 4-2. Oh, here we go. Not even going to be 4-2, is it? Is that gone? I don't even know. Yeah, it's a home run. It's a home run. I'm taking the hat off. This team doesn't deserve my support. So, there you go. Hey, Red Sox fan. That's a shame. Another home run given up by Sale. So much for that 3 strikeout inning. Like I said, you know, they're too good of a team. At the same time, you know, you are what you are. You know, they were a 93-win team. It's all well and good, but they could have won more games. They could have won more games last year. I mean, there's something about them. At the end of the season, they just get really lackadaisical and think, you know, oh yeah, we'll win, we'll be fine, and it's just not that urgency that they had in 2013 and other championship years, and even other years like 2008, where, you know, they didn't win the World Series, but like it just seemed like they had more stuff in them. I don't know how to explain it. It just, they had more guts, more to them. And this year they just seem like a collection of pretty good players that, when they feel like it, can play like a really good team, but more often than not, they just crap the bed, or they just kind of decide, we're good. You know, we gave it our effort. I mean, that's probably it for this game. I'll keep recording for a little while longer, but that's probably it. They might get another run, make it 5-3, but that's pretty much going to be it. They're not going to do a lot in this game. And if they do, hey, more power to them. I'd like to see it, because through the course of the season, I've seen too many of these games where they come back to tie it, and then they don't. I don't know. Yeah, I'm running out of words here. All right, that's the end of the inning, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching them suck some more. 5-2 going into the 6th. There you go.